Hello and welcome to Personal Injury Today, where we talk about the hottest topics to help attorneys understand their clients' cases better and come to a fair settlement. On today's episode, we are talking about the biggest mistake that attorneys make when hiring a life care planner that actually can kill your case. We'll be joined with Dr. Brad Poppie when we come back. We are joined today by Dr. Brad Poppie, who is the founder of Injury Reporting Consultants, helping attorneys to resolve personal injury cases through evidence-based medical analysis and reporting. And we're here to get some help here. We need some help on understanding what's the biggest mistakes that attorneys are making when they're looking to hire their life care planner.
That's a great question, and it's an onion. I think the biggest thing that I see with attorneys when they hire an expert like myself is they're way behind the eight ball on their case, and they have expert disclosures that are coming due within a couple months or a few weeks. And they want the life care planner to come in and save the day and give them some sort of, thesis report on their client and talk about all the future medical care and the costs associated with it. And there's just not enough time. There's just not enough time. So for that life care planner to go through all of the notes, contact the patient, evaluate the patient, start calling all the patient's doctors. And again, depends on the pathological conditions that the patient's dealing with. This could be 10, 12, 15 practitioners that need to be called.
That takes a lot of time.
A ton of time. Or it could be a couple. Maybe they had some physical therapy and some chiropractic. Easy or easier versus we've got cognitive issues, we've got ortho issues, we've got skilled nursing care issue. I mean, that's a whole nother beast, right? So there's just not enough time to contact these doctors, play phone tag for a week or two, right, and actually have them get back to you with their opinions. I mean, you could be a month just in that. And then once you finally get their opinions and future medical care recommendations, then you start costing those out. You run out of time. It's a time issue. So the best advice on that is get your experts involved early.
And I think we're getting to this point of what does that mean? Is early a month or two? Obviously not, but what is early?
And there is no algorithm. So again, if it's a smaller case, a smaller medical cost projection, for example, that maybe only one or two things need to be priced out, or one or two practitioners seeing the client, fine, yeah, a month, great, not too big of a deal. But if you have a catastrophic injury, traumatic brain injury, spinal cord injury, amputation, burns throughout the body, etc., catastrophic, life-changing, there's going to be multiple, people that need to be, collaboratively involved in the construction of the life care plan. So that can take months and months and months. So my best advice is get involved, or get the expert involved early, because they can help the law firm almost with case management. So here's another thing too that we see. The attorney will supply us with the records, and they'll say, okay, here you go, review the records. So I start going through the records, and sometimes this is 3,000-4,000 pages of medical records. And while the patient still has ongoing issues, whether it's orthopedic or cognitive, they may have not seen their orthopedic surgeon for an updated consult in a year and a half.
So those reports are old.
So they're old, they're not valid. And so that's where it's my job to pick up the phone and to the attorney and say, hey, just so you know, your client hasn't seen one of the key quarterbacks on the case in a year and a half. And they may or may not know that. The attorney might not know that. Well, that's important to know. So it's kind of playing a little bit of case management to help get the patient to the right people so that they can make accurate opinions. Because we want an accurate report. so that both sides, plaintiff and defense, and the insurance company understand. And when you have understanding, things get solved. It takes the guesswork out of it, but they have to be accurate. So accuracy equates to time. That's accuracy equates to time. The more time we have, the better, more solid the report will be.
That's great advice. So it sounds like two really, really big mistakes that are hurting attorneys' cases is that either they are engaging a life care planner way too late, and there's not enough time to go through these reports, to call the doctors, et cetera, and they are leveraging reports that are way too old.
Exactly. Those are the two big, I mean, there's others, of course, but those are the two biggest things that I see repetitively on almost a daily basis.
Okay, before we go any further, I want to encourage you all, if this is valuable to you, if you've found some great tips that we're sharing today, please like, subscribe this channel. Click the bell notification and we'll keep you updated on episodes to come, and then share this with other attorneys and maybe even your client and see if they get some information out of this well. So the last thing you mentioned was this notion of using reports that are way too old. If a report was done by a doctor a year and a half ago, it's just not as valid as it could be today. What is that typical or not typical? What is that best time frame on leveraging reports?
Sure. So in life care planning terminology, anything over 6 months is archaic. Now, do we need the report? Oh, you saw the doctor yesterday. No, but the more recent, the better. You know, I mean, if they can get in to see them within the month, I mean, that's great, because those are fresh, you know, updated recommendations. But you start stretching it out, because again, patients, as they wax and wane throughout their recovery, they're going to get better or worse. They're going to do this. Optimally, we hope they do this, climb the hill, but we just don't know that. So that's why we need those updated, you know, records. That's so beneficial. And the insurance company respects that too, because sometimes doctors, maybe they have a 6-month-old report and we can't get a hold of the doctor to say, hey, what's your updated recommendations? For whatever reason, they won't return phone calls, they won't return emails, whatever. And it's like, this is as best as we got. This is it. You know, this is the orthopedic surgeon opining on surgery. It is what it is. So we use it, but is it optimal? No.
So within that 6-month boundary.
Exactly. Yep.
Can work. Thank you so much. So we are going to close out for today, but again, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to reach out to Dr. Brad Poppie, please do so at IRC. You can find the information below this video. And also, if you have a question that you want to ask or an idea for an upcoming episode, something that you really want us to address as you are tackling your personal injury cases, please put those in the comments and we will make sure to create an episode just for you. Thanks, and we will see you next time.